Hello, my name is Maclo. This will be my very first YouTube video. So I feel a little awkward, but kind of unsure how to do this. Suppose I'll just say whatever comes to my mind as I'm doing it, as I'm talking. I don't think I'm very entertaining, but I'm sure many people will find their entertainment just from watching the game itself and the gameplay. These are the Bareth's Blessings New Game Plus settings. Actually, this is actually my first time playing the game. I put a little mod into it to unlock them. I only ever plan on playing through this game one time, so I just kind of wanted the options that seemed like you could get through normal gameplay. So I'm not grabbing the extra money or the start at level 4 or world map explored or anything like that. If it doesn't seem like something that I can't obtain from playing normally, I'm not going to grab it. Alright, yeah, just classic mode. Start game. I did play the first Pillars of Eternity. And I just upgraded my computer, so it's good enough quality to play the second one. Give that a try. I played a bit of this already, but only up to the first city, so past that I don't know anything.
A world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel. The cycle of reincarnation watched over by the gods, and made possible through pillars of a mystical substance, known as Audra. 5 years ago, you traveled from your home to the Deerwood. A nation that had waged war against the incarnated god of light, Aethys, resulting in his destruction. The country suffered from a plague of Hollowborn, infants born without souls, that many believed was punishment for killing a god.
Sorry about that.
In an ancient, secluded ruin, you witnessed a secret ritual that inadvertently transformed you into a Watcher. One who can see and speak with souls. The ritual also gave you horrible visions, waking nightmares of a past life that threatened your sanity. To put them to rest, you pursued the man who had led the ritual, a seemingly immortal agent of the gods, known as Theos Ix Arcanon. With divine assistance, you confronted and defeated Theos, ending your visions and resolving the Hollowborn crisis. In so doing, you also learned the great secret that Theos had protected. That the ancient empire of Anguith had transformed themselves into gods. Your visions finally put to rest, you retired to the castle of Cadnua, built atop a massive statue of pure Audra, where you ruled in relative peace and prosperity.
Made a nice story. You fixing up that old keep? Lifting the curse? Must have told it 100 times. But something got to gnawing at me. Thinking the spirits there weren't really at rest. But Maybe the gods weren't finished with us. I used to dream that when my god came back, he would forgive us. That's the trouble with dreams. Sooner or later, we all have to wake up.
And so you wake to a sleepless world, the in-between of life and death. Follow your memories. You have been here before.
I'll try to stay mostly quiet when other characters are talking.
You have seen past the shroud. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
A watcher sees souls, knows their pasts, and the souls see them back.
It's a very narrative-heavy game, so you don't want to talk over anything important.
A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed.
This is all just backstory of the first game here.
What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked?
I usually play the good guy in
The
games.
gods aren't real, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
Feels like you get the most rewards that way.
And did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
Let the world see. Let them decide what to do.
We are.
The wheel has turned again, Watcher. Come.
Oh. And go with the others. Not quite dead yet.
An aged dwarf shares this strange floating platform with you. His face is creased by so many wrinkles that his features lie buried amid shadowy pockets of skin. Still, the dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage. You can see his smile coming before it blooms, reshaping the dwarf's face from a hanging sack of flesh into something resembling an oddly carved merry gourd, replete with unhealthy bumps and discolored splotches.
Hello.
The creases of the dwarf's face tighten into a smile as he gives you a courteous nod.
I think in the first game I played a human male ranger. I'm gonna play ranger again, but I'm gonna go with a different race type this time.
Sit. Please. Thank you for joining us, Watcher of Cadnua.
I just have a weakness for animal
The
companions.
gaunt woman seated at the table is clad in time-worn black armor that seems too massive for her to move in. A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a hollow face. The milky skin stretched across it is delicate and translucent, like parchment that has been scraped clean too many times. She is preoccupied with the arrangement of cards on the table between you. With each movement, her armor squeaks and groans as though bearing an incredible weight. She places a final card, gives a nod of satisfaction, and raises her eyes to meet yours.
Your brush with the divine has drained you of your powers, fractured your memories. Look upon these cards. They represent the courses of your life. You alone know best how they flowed. Arrange them to fit what you remember.
Alright. So my first playthrough of the game, I kind of went my playthrough of the first game went pretty much mostly good choices, but I kind of liked the power game, so I did sacrifice Sagani, which I think was for a perception bonus, but yeah, that's what those names mean there. Manaha, strength, and Zahua was, I think, Constitution. I forgot. And I did the pledge to the, I forget his name. I think he was associated with animals. Some god like that.
Does everything appear to be in order?
Gallowayne, that was his name.
Good. Welcome to the Beyond. I am Bera. One half, anyway.
She points a finger in the direction of the dwarf who led you here. Though the movement is slight, her gauntlet squeaks like a rusty
It's been a
hinge.
long time since I played the first game, though, so there's a lot of details and names I'm not going to remember.
The dwarf's rictus returns as he nods in the woman's direction.
Tell me, do you remember when we last met?
Yes, in the Hall of Stars in Twin Elms.
You came to that tower seeking our aid. You prayed for help in reaching Theos, beyond the Court of Penitence, but would not pledge yourself to me. Still, a pledge unmade stands fairer in this court than a pledge broken.
She places a card in the middle of the arrangement. A bell tower with no bell. Her fingertips slowly drag away from the card, faintly creaking as they retreat across the table.
You had need of the gods once before. Now it seems we have need of you. The being that occupied Ognua's statue beneath your castle was the dead god, Aothis. Of this we are certain. What we do not know is what his intentions are. Though Aothis stole a large fragment of your soul, you were strong enough to survive the onslaught and enter the in-between. You and he are still connected. He has chosen a body made of living Audra, perfused with the power of thousands of souls, including yours. It should be little difficulty for an experienced watcher to find him.
I'm not sure yet if I want to read him in my in a flat tone, or I should try and roleplay the character. I don't really care for doing that, but it might be more entertaining to watch for you. Why don't you just do it yourself?
Taking a physical form in Aora is fraught with peril. Most mortal minds and bodies are incapable of containing divine power. It can lead to problems, as Aothis learned not long ago.
Her armored hand gingerly places a card sideways on the table. It features a man with a burst of light instead of a head.
Well, I'd like to find him as much as you would. He destroyed my castle and killed who knows how many people around it.
I know. It is my business to know. 322 in Cadnua and your surrounding lands. Their souls remain in Aothis still. You have the power to save them. Serve me and I will return you to your body. Or don't, and return to the wheel.
Okay. When you say save them, like, let them continue their journey to their afterlife, or actually return them to their bodies? Well, let's get on with it.
Good. Before you return to Aora as my herald, you must remember who you were. The last whisper of life and death.
For a moment, the sockets of her eyes darken, leaving the pits of a death's head gazing out at you.
When you can picture your own face, the Beyond will lead you back to your own kind, to the world of mortals.
Now, I messed with the character creator and several, parts of the prologue for a few hours before I got really started this recording. I kind of already know what I want to go with. The Hearthfang gets a very nice bonus with they convert a portion of their hits to crits. Forget how much it is, like 10% maybe? I don't know. But I remember it was enough to make me seriously consider playing them. I said Ranger, but go Fighter first and Devoted. Give him this nice little Discipline Barrage ability. Gives him a +5 Perception. Very good for a Ranger. Then we go Hunter. And Sharpshooter. Now the reason we pick Fighter first is so become a Devoted Sharpshooter, and not a Sharpshooter Devoted, which sounds much less nice. Go Bear. Mark Prey. Accuracy boost, yep. So the way the system in this game works, if you're unaware, is the higher your perception, the higher to hit, and not only the higher to hit, the higher to get a crit. So, you know, you can't get enough accuracy, in other words. I think that's a cute name for a bear. I also kind of like the dichotomy between the characters. There's this short, small little Orlin creature, and then the big, burly bear protecting her. Alright, for stats, I'm going to min-max as much as I can. Alright, just stepped away to do something. Where was I? I think I was talking about how I like power gaming. Min-maxing. Their stats be like... Max out Perception for crits. Wait, that one's... Action speed is very important. And then pure damage. I guess I have 2 points left over. Maybe ability duration, or... These all go 2 points up due to Barrett's Blessing once I start the game. Should I go Constitution? Alright, I'll put my defenses at 8 each. Intellect is ability duration and area of effect. I'm mostly just going for single target damage, so with the arquebus. I'll stick with that. Now what skills do I want? I like the athletic skills. As well as just diplomacy and guess either aristocrat or labor. Hunter seems to suit her the most theme-wise, though. I think I'll go labor for the athletics bonus. And big choice, given that we'll only get one available weapon type, being a devoted fighter. So this is the only weapon we'll be able to use without heavy penalties in the game. I don't think any of these really look like her, so just choose one of the generic default photos. I like purple. The lighter black, and then purple as a secondary color. That's a nice shade. The shot up between that and that. I think I like the deeper purple better. Next thing. Skin, but actually fur color. Give her kind of an albino look. And hair. Red hair. And then I'll give her purple eyes again. Yeah, I'll go with the darker one. Go with the tough looking face and short hair.
I'll go on ahead. Yeah? I'll lead the way. You're mine! Yeah!
Quickly and quietly.
Not a sound. What can I do?
It's a cute sounding voice.
Let us end this!
To whispers and shadows.
Onward! Bring them down!
I'll teach you a lesson. Let's go.
Stand together.
You'd better run. Quick and quiet. Yeah? I'll lead the way.
But I think that voice suits her appearance better. It's more tough. Funny, but not needed. Savage. Energetic. Kind of like energetic, despite the hands not quite meeting our waist. We'll go with that one. I think it's a cute name. Scarlet. So we'll start with 3 athletics, and I think this all gets a boost from Bareth's blessing too. I forget how much. Sharpshooter gives us a bonus on hits to crits. Same with her Thorlin heritage. And bonus penetration if they get within 4 meters, which is also nice. So I feel like I'm under penetrating an enemy. I just need to get a little closer to him, and he'll be able to hit a little harder. Of our bear companion, constant recovery, devoted, deals higher crit damage and higher penetration. Alright, just double checking. It all looks good.
Go forth now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly. When the time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls that cling to you. To open the gateway from the in-between to the waking world.
The bear lost his soul too, apparently.
Find Aethys. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul. Looking down, you see a small lump of darkness roiling within you. The darkness lingers there, but the pain abates and fades entirely within the span of a few seconds.
A chime. Do not fear, Herald. It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me. I trust it will not come to that.
Her gauntleted hand gestures to the dwarf, hovering nearby. The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his odd smile, and gestures to a new door.
Time is not on your side, Watcher. I suggest you get on with the task at hand.
The creases of the dwarf's face tighten into a smile as he gives you a courteous nod.
Alright, here we go. I guess bears can still move around without their souls. Don't ask why. Sorry about all the cuts. It's the last time I'll mention it, just getting up and doing things for the animals. Real life animals, not Orson here.
The return to your body feels like waking after a fitful drunken sleep. The rocking of the ship sends pain jolting through your limbs. Crashing waves hammer inside your skull. Adair watches over your body with a glazed look, taking long, even tokes from his pipe. At the first movement of your chest, he starts. His gasp, mid-puff, sends him coughing and straining for breath.
No, there's no way. You're awake. What are you doing awake? How are you feeling?
I'm in a lot of pain.
That might have been me. I've been slapping you a little harder each day, trying to wake you. I never dreamed it'd work.
Adair stares with disbelief at what would likely be his slapping hand, examining both sides. He shrugs.
Well, you owe me.
I hate to cast a pall over your recovery, but I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
The voice echoes from inside the bust. The remains of the steward of Cad Nua.
Cad Nua has been destroyed. Aethys possessed the statue of Maros Nua and rose from the ground, consuming the souls of all nearby. It is only by the exceptional strength. The further Aethys withdrew, the weaker you became. We chartered this ship and followed him to the Deadfire archipelago. I know not how, but it seems he has retained a piece of your soul, and proximity to it has brought you back.
I know.
How could you know all that? You've been faking on us.
He pokes at your shoulder with one finger.
Misfortunes brewing topside, we... Migrants fires the captain stirs.
An older man with ale-sour breath rubs his bloodshot eyes and stares at you.
Engrim, the smell of drink on your breath could wake the very dead. Now what's this about?
Pirates. They're demanding parley with you, Captain.
I know this is asking a lot, but you better arm yourself and get on deck. Should be some gear in there.
He indicates a nearby wardrobe.
Alright, let's get suited up. Oh, I clicked fine weapons. I didn't mean to do that. Whoops.
Alright, now make some use of it.
I had to go over the regular ones. I might restart after this recording then. Just feels a little too cheaty at the start. Alright, yeah, something with low to no recovery time.
The pirates of Deadfire are notorious. I suggest you deal with them quickly.
Get armed and suited up. We gotta get on deck.
Alt is stealth mode.
Well, what have we here? A little sloop? Lost and alone in the storm?
A surly, brutish-looking captain stands stiff back before his crew. He scowls as he assesses you, his hair whipping about his ears in the wind.
I'll be taking your ship now, if you don't mind. And especially if you do.
I'll try narrating the parts where it doesn't do it.
Well, at least he asked.
I am a gentleman of fortune.
The captain shrugs in the shearing rain before pinning you with a slow, murderous grin.
Give her up easy, and I'll see you get a swift death. It'll be bloody and agonizing, sure. But at least it'll be quick.
I'm going to mount your skull in my cabin.
You know, I always thought that room was missing something.
The captain tilts his head, staring impassively as the wind and rain whip at his scarred face. Even across the distance, you can make out the roughness of his expression, muscles in his jaw bulging.
Is that supposed to provoke me? Nah, I won't be riled by the likes of you. Listen up, mates.
He cracks his neck as he addresses his crew.
I'm off to spear me a bigger fish. One with sharper teeth like. I'm trusting you lot not to cock this up. Don't damage the sloop when you take it. Play with the crew if you'd like, but don't bring me any prisoners. None. You had bandwidth.
Alright, time to give him a face full of buckshot. Yeah, okay. A little worried I couldn't. God damn it. Alright. Things with the guns, long reload time. Go aim shot. I think it goes, yeah, even longer. But it, much more accurate. And you get a much bigger chance of landing a crit on him. Oh well. Oh, I don't need to deal with that guy, he's already dead. There we go.
Storm's picking up! Take cover!
You've defeated the pirates, but you're not out of trouble yet. The storm picks up, lashing your ship and driving you dangerously close to a rocky shore. The Defiant's crew hurries to reduce sail and batten down the hatches. They work quickly, but the ship is still listing heavily. Just then, a loose crate tumbles toward you, gathering speed on the slick rain deck. It misses you, but knocks Chitupek, one of the deckhands, off his feet. The Defiant heaves. The Chitupek pitches over the side. He grabs onto the railing, but his fingers are slipping. He cries out for help. Meanwhile, the runaway crate totters on the edge of the deck, ready to plunge overboard. You recognize the symbol on the front and realize it likely contains the salvage from Cadnua, your keep. I will take a unique crew member over a useful starting game item. You grab Tupek's arm just as his grip fails. For a tense moment, he hangs, suspended over the roiling sea. Then, with a mighty tug, you pull him back onto the deck. I think it'd be interesting if they made you take a strength check there. If you're a strengthlet, then he just falls into the sea and you lose your crate. That might be a bit mean. You hear a heavy splash. The crate from Kadnua is gone. Jatupek, yeah, I assume that's right. Meanwhile, nods in gratitude and hurries to his station. Meanwhile, the storm has nearly driven you ashore. A flash of lightning reveals a treacherous coastline and Aethys striding into the distance. The lookout barely has time to shout a warning before the Defiant runs aground. The impact hurls you from the deck and into the froth of waves, bodies, and splintering debris. You struggle towards the beach just ahead, even as the surf tugs you toward the open sea. You kick and paddle with all your might, until at last you feel the sand between your fingers. Pulling yourself ashore, you collapse.
Getting a lot of sleep so far on this trip. I'd have woke you, but you look so peaceful with your face in the sand.
Adair runs his fingers through his hair and removes a strand of seaweed he finds lodged there. He examines it closely, then tosses it onto the sand.
If you're worried about the ship, you can stop worrying. It's wrecked right over there.
He points out the Defiant, despite it being difficult to miss from your vantage point.
So far, it's just you and me and the chair lady over there.
Adair nods towards something further up the beach.
It's a relief to see you awake, my lady. I worried you were in for another long sleep.
Your steward appears to be lodged between some rocks. Despite this, her tone is warmly cheerful. I hate boats.
Shh. It's right behind you.
Unfortunately, I believe we'll be needing the Defiant yet. Unless you mean to settle down on the island for good.
Oh, there's a thought.
Any help here, Bareth? There is no reply, save for the calling of gulls and the constant crash of water upon the shore.
I'd shout for Aethys, but I'm worried he'd hear me and come over.
Can we patch up the ship?
I'm certain you could.
Oh, because of my labor background. That's
that
cool.
Wouldn't help you push the Defiant out to sea again. You'll need a crew. Andra claimed her fair share last night.
Let's see about the other survivors. And somehow we gotta get the ship repaired. I don't want to be paddling out of here on a salvage raft.
For now, I'd say your best bet is to find some sign of civilization. If nothing else, we may be able to hire on a shipwright. My lady, if it is not too taxing, could you explain how it came to pass that you were returned to us?
It turns out the gods are too dumb to figure out what Aethys is doing, so they sent me to figure it out.
Could be they're just not dumb enough to get in Aethys' way up here.
A perilous endeavor indeed. Castle or no castle, you are still my lady, and I will aid you to the best of my ability.
Well, I suppose we better get a move on.
I might regret clicking those away later on. I don't know what it's trying to tell me. Alright, let's go. Okay, big choice, because it's a very permanent choice. Do you want him as a straight fighter, a rogue, or a swashbuckler? I mean, we're on the open seas, it's a pirate game. Even if I usually would want to go main fighter, having him be a swashbuckler just kind of suits it too well, so I'll click that. Alright, there's our starting stash. And I think I've recorded for almost an hour now, so I'll cut it here. I think I might restart, but everything will be the exact same. I'm just gonna uncheck find weapons at the start of the game and go through everything again. Yeah, might change some settings around too. I'll look around at it. Well, for the 1 or 2 people that actually manages to see this video, I hope you enjoyed it. And the next video will be uploaded soon. Probably when you find this. Well, good day.